their message in the middle of the action.
The Vice President has said he has consulted with his doctors and would step down if the stress of the job were endangering his health.
I don't think he'll step down if it endangers his health. I think he'll step down if he's in the saddle and he can't go any further, and he's cognitively impaired or physically impaired in some way and not able to do the job, because that's what I had heard him really stressing.
Prosecutors are going to say she knew right from wrong because she called police.
And I think they have a good case that they can make that she knew right from wrong. I think one way to make sense of this split is the split between the head and the heart. Then in one sense, the head knows what she was doing, but could she possibly know in her heart what she was doing when she did this?
Joining me, Stephen Royal Jackson, a clinical psychologist and author of a book called The 8 Steps to Love.
A woman comes in and she's talking to her husband and says, "You're never there for me, and you were supposed to be there for me, and I'm going to leave you because you're not there for me." I say, "Okay, feel that now. You're feeling it, really say it to him. Now look through him and see who you could say it to in your family growing up and how older you trust what comes." Starts to tear up, it's her father, and then we get an age and we work from there and then bring her back to the present and make a decision to be here now and to learn how to love unconditionally, that is, no matter what. People, I think, are living with a lack of awareness, at least in terms of their hearts. So often I see people really living in their heads. I've got to do this next, I've got to do that next, their eyes are moving around. And they're not staying in touch with why are they doing all this? Why are they going to work in the first place? Because of the people they love.
We're joined by Dr. Steve Jackson. Thanks so much for joining us. Clinical psychologist, child psychologist,
yes,
correct? They keep referring to the words emotion, rage, temper tantrum. What are we trying to show here?
Well, I'm not sure what the intention is, but I think one of the things that the psychologist is trying to portray is what the emotional backdrop here is for this child. And it's what I saw clinically is narcissistic rage. You make me look bad, you thwart my efforts, and I'm going to eliminate you.
Maybe the judge should take that into account?
Well, I suppose legally that's the idea. Of course, as we know, he was angry at another teacher who really kicked him out. I think that'll be taken as just bravado, just an adolescent trying to be tough about the situation, denying his feelings, like as was described. Dan, what he was asked was, in light of the evidence and so on, he wasn't asked legal to take that into consideration. So he was thinking more in terms of cognitive development, but what you're saying legally...
you psychologist. Cognitive development. Come on, he's got to answer a legal question sitting in a courtroom.